Okay, guys, I know there's usually an intro to this shit, but we did some fucking researching, and apparently Comics Nix has a DeviantArt page in which she has illustrated Day of Reckoning Final Days of Jean and Loga. So, we're gonna leave that on our fucking WordPress description. Check that shit out. Welcome.
It's called Logan killing his love Jean, and you'll see
it
what
is
it is.
as beautiful as you think it is.
Welcome to the Shazam cast.
Come on, Logan. Let's go find aliens.
Oh, burn, Leo, burn.
X-Men featuring Scott Pilgrim.
That's such a double die.
It's a fucking X-Men movie.
You got a butt.
Shazam cast. That's gonna be a great intro. Everyone's gonna be so excited.
Hopefully. Welcome.
Hello and welcome to the Shazam cast. My name is Leo.
I'm Dan.
Hey, Leo. Do you know anything about? No, wait. Damn it, I did it wrong.
Hey,
Wait.
I know comic books. He doesn't. Welcome.
Let's talk about comic movies based on books about comics makes
Whatever.
movies.
This is the worst intro we've had so far.
Yeah.
So, today we are reviewing Dredd, or Dredd 3D, depending on if you saw it at release.
That came out in 2012, and it's based on the series of graphic novels Judge Dredd, which takes place in an apocalyptic future. If you listen to our last episode,
Like a good little boy.
you'll know what we're talking about. If you haven't listened to our last episode, listen to our episode.
Episode.
Listen to our last episode, because otherwise you suck for not listening to our entire show.
What the fuck, dude? We came out here, we're giving you free content, and you're just like, I think I'm gonna go listen to the fucking spoon.
I'm gonna listen to episode 15. You know what it's probably is? If you're listening to this episode without listening to any episodes we've done prior,
This is probably gonna be confusing.
not only is it gonna be confusing, but I think I know why it happened, which is just that this is the only comic movie they've seen, and they figure they don't have to watch it in order. You do.
No, you don't.
You do. No, you really don't. This is a movie
Whatever.
where me and Dan talk about movies based on comic books, and today we're talking about.
It's a movie about it?
Oh. This
Well,
is
okay.
a
Dredd!
podcast. Dredd 3D, 2012.
Alright, so...
In a violent futuristic city where the police have the authority to act as judge, jury, and executioner, a cop teams up with a trainee to take down a gang that deals the reality-altering drug, slow-mo. What is this? I'm gonna look up the plot summary. Oh, okay, so, the future America is a radiated wasteland.
Blah, blah, blah.
East Coast, running
Blah, blah,
from
blah.
Washington, D.C. is Mega City 1. Urban cops called judges kill everything in sight. Judge Dredd is the ultimate judge, and he's the law. And my God,
I'm okay.
your throat is going under a lot of strain from this show.
No.
So during a routine day on the job, Dredd is assigned to train and evaluate Cassandra Anderson, a rookie with a powerful
Cassanderson.
psychic abilities, thanks to genetic mutation. A heinous crime calls them to a neighborhood called Peach Trees, where fellow judges rarely dare to venture. A 200-story vertical slum controlled by the prostitute-turned-drug lord Mama and her ruthless clan. When they capture one of the clan's inner circle, Mama overtakes the compound control center and wages a dirty, vicious war against the judges that proves she will stop at nothing to protect her empire. With the body count climbing and no way out, Dredd and Anderson must confront the odds and engage in relentless battle for their survival.
It's so much easier just reading this shit off IMDb.
Yeah, because
We don't have to,
before we
like-
tried to explain the
We're
movie,
just like,
but...
okay, Wolverine did this, and then the professor did this. It was...
Yeah, mostly, not only just because it's, we're bad at explaining the plots, but often because the plots of the movies we talk about are stupid.
Yeah. Fortunately, this one has, a fucking simple plot, which is,
Yeah.
you didn't get it. Dredd and a rookie are stuck in a building with a bunch of, guys who want to kill him, and they have to just fight back. And literally, when we were talking about this in our Judge Dredd movie, we were just like, if this was just a movie about Judge Dredd kicking ass, it would be awesome. And then we got it, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
If we had made the episode Judge Dredd in the 90s, it would have been almost as if they were answering our request.
Yeah, what?
That is stupid
I-
logic, never mind. Let's get into
I'd
the
like to
good stuff
introduce
about
you.
this movie.
I actually want to introduce
Oh.
a concept called Leo logic, which you'll hear a lot on this show.
That's
Which is
right.
basically, when Leo has an idea, but I don't completely butchers how it's supposed to be said.
Right, yeah, I have actually I have some things written down on my phone which are examples of Leologic that I say things like, these are just things that actually happened when I was hanging out with Dan at one time. So
Oh no, are we saying that?
I'm just gonna read out a few of the best ones.
These are Leoisms.
Yeah. So here's one of my favorites. You know the thing where you're falling asleep and then the face? And then here's another one. There's a Russian saying to say the saying about the bear. Let's
What? Do the thing that Michael said and chloroform the entire city.
Oh yeah, that was a great one. I'm so catchy and fantastic.
What?
I'm so catchy and fantastic.
Well, I mean, you are.
Do you have any more butter? Do you have milk? Me and this cat.
Oh yeah, you just I remember you were at my fucking house and it's like, hey, do you have any butter? And then you just searched in my refrigerator for fucking butter for 20 minutes.
Me and this cat have a sealed agreement. If I don't do it anymore, you won't kill my brother.
Oh, I hope they don't kill Simon.
It's okay. You're going to eat soon. We'll get you to some cows, and you'll go to the barn, and we'll all have a death. I got nothing.
Comments.
That's it.
Yeah, okay, we're done with
Oh, wait,
Leoisms.
this is the best one. Or this is not the best one, but this is just one more that I have to say.
What?
I was going to say one, but there was some stuff in my nose. I couldn't. That's it.
Whoa! Okay. Anyways, so let's talk
Alright.
about this movie, Dredd.
Good things?
Good things and bad things. I'll start out. Good things. So remember that thing how Judge Dredd never takes his helmet off?
He didn't take his helmet off!
Yeah. And so, but speaking of Judge Dredd, the actor who played him was fucking Carl Urban, and he's awesome. He's
Oh my god, he was so good!
Yeah, Carl Urban's one of those actors who's always on the brink of stardom, but never quite gets a foothold.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking deserved it because he's really good. He's good, and he's I think a lot of people wanted him to play Batman, and I get what they're fucking saying.
Oh my god, that would be great. Yeah, I have a note that says they got Dredd down pat. Carl Urban is great. So we have the same thought process there. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And how he is. Yeah, he's just a really good actor, and I think he played Bones in the new Star Trek, which I don't like very much, but I'm not talking about now. And yeah, so Carl Urban, awesome.
Has anyone told Lionsgate that their new intro is amazing?
I don't know.
This is just a side note. This is my first note that I wrote down for this movie. It was produced by Lionsgate, and Lionsgate has this new intro that they didn't have before, which is all these gears turning.
Dude, that's pretty. I don't know. I've seen that before.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't really paid attention to it, but all the gears inside the gate, and then it pans out and it's the Lionsgate. In my note, has anyone told Forget it. That's just something. Anyway, keep going.
And basically, you remember how in the last one there's maybe 1.5 good actors in that?
Yeah.
This one, everyone is really good.
Yeah, I can't think of any bad actors in this movie.
I mean, you got the person who played the rookie, fucking
Cassandra Anderson.
Olivia Thirlby was really
she's
good as Anderson, who, unlike her female counterpart, other female person in the other movie, Hershey, isn't a chocolate bar. Yeah, we actually forgot to mention this, but Hershey was actually just a giant chocolate bar throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, Jean, what's her name, just played a chocolate bar.
Yeah. She was great as it. It was some really, really great motion capture involved in that.
Yeah.
It was really early on and stuff.
Yeah, you wouldn't think. Her face, just...
Yeah, went on there. Great. Okay, this joke is over.
Yeah, it was dumb to begin with.
Anyways.
Let's see.
And yeah, you also got Lena Headey from Game of Thrones, who's really great in this.
She plays the mama, the drug lord, gangster, criminal, former prostitute, who is basically the main villain of this movie, and she's amazing.
Yeah, she's awesome. If you ever watch Game of Thrones, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because she's just fucking. She really has this authoritativeness to her that she also carries over from Thrones, and it's
Who does she play in Thrones?
Cersei Lannister.
Oh.
Why the hell are you asking me this? You don't. I could literally say, "Oh, she plays Mrs. Bum," and you wouldn't know the difference.
I don't know Game of Thrones. I was just curious.
Yeah,
in case people didn't know her actor name.
Okay, because I was yeah. But yeah, she plays Mrs. Bum on Game of Thrones.
Brilliant. You know who else was good in this?
Yeah.
Wood Harris as the guy who they capture, Kay.
Oh, yeah. Who surprisingly hung out a lot longer than was needed. But yeah, again, like, just everyone was great, and yeah, great cast.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
And so there's, like, here's the difference between Judge Dredd 1995 and this one, is that Judge Dredd, the original, is phenomenally stupid. Like, just beyond stupid. It's a stupid action movie, by definition. But Dredd is a really smart action movie. And that's the key difference. Because Judge Dredd knows exactly what it wants to be, and does it. And the thing that's really impressive is this movie had, like, a really small budget compared to most big action movies. Like, there weren't very many, like, real outlandish sets. There weren't many, super exotic, whoa, kind of moments. But it was done really cheaply and really effectively. And it was a lot better written, and it was a lot better done. And I think it really proves, because, like, the original was just, like, this big, effects-driven clusterfuck that was, pretty to look at, but overall not very good. So it really kind of just goes to show that budget does not make movie. And especially when you have good actors, good writers, and good direction. Like you have in the new one versus the other one.
I think this is the movie, except for X2, which I took 4 notes on, this is the movie that I took the least notes on so far in the show, which goes to show how immersed I was in the plot and in the movie.
Yeah.
Enough that I was unable to look away a lot to write down notes.
Yeah.
Like,
also, and also they don't, like, boil down exposition on you. Like,
oh yeah, there's not
the world speaks for itself in a lot of ways. Like, they don't, like, say, oh, this is person. Well, they kind of do in the beginning, but after, like, once they enter the
rookie, Anderson.
Well, no, once they enter the building.
Oh, once they enter Peach Trees, yeah.
Boom! This is what's happening. They don't tell you why you should be interested in their story. They fucking demand it of you, and they demand it of it hard, and I really respect that.
Yeah, like, I'm not usually that big a fan of, like, grimy action movies, because I don't watch a lot of those, but this was done so well, and the story was actually so immersive that I was really impressed.
This movie makes you interested. If you're not interested in this world, then if within the first, like, 20 minutes you're not immersed, then chances are you're not going to like the movie. But if you just watch, like, the first 20 minutes or so and you're into it, you're not going to, like, not get into it. There's not, like, a turning point. It only gets better, basically.
You're never going to regret it. It only gets better. So,
and I think the reason that it is because it's really simple plot, and it's really, like,
it's simple but effective.
Yeah. And it also has, like, a core of characters that, like, how do I say this? The character development is what makes the action. Because, like, Anderson's new. She's a rookie, and she doesn't know what her shit is. So her survival is also an integral part of her character development.
Yeah.
And I like how Dredd kind of gets it. Like in a lot of ways, this is Anderson's movie. Like, Dredd is the star, but Anderson's the one who has, like, the, like, character development.
That's right, because Dredd, in this movie, as he is supposed to be, is this, like, steely, grimy action star who just, like, goes around never taking off his helmet. You never see his eyes, and it's magical.
They kind of understand that he can't be the star. Like, he can't have a real character arc without betraying who the character is. So they really get this character arc across with Hershey. But they still make her, whatever. Anderson,
whatever.
By making her, like, the character. And it's just really, really well written when I think about it. And
so well done, yeah.
But then again, if you just want to turn your brain off and enjoy action, this has some fucking action in it, let me tell you.
Oh, yes. Honestly, it's more action-loaded than the other one, because in the other one, there was, like, stupid plot that they had to fit in the way. This time, they didn't try to do that. The plot comes from it.
Yeah, the plot is, they're stuck in a building. People are trying to kill them. Shit. And, like, that's all you need. Wow, like, I have, like, no bad things to say about this movie. Well,
so do you have some, like, do you have some specific good notes before I get into mine?
Alright. So in the previous Judge Dredd movie, it was a lot about how there's a lot of atmosphere. It's very like kind of sci-fi, weird, new, alien kind of environment, and was kind of took this comedic tone. And this one, it was like post-apocalyptic, and it really was. And when you think about it, like I love the visuals in the original, but in the new one, it fits so much better with the character, and it fits so much better with the like writing. So yeah,
right.
Because both of these movies are very stylized and very kind of their own thing. Well, more so the first one, but the second one, it feels a lot more in line with the writing and characters.
All right.
And yeah, like basically everything in this movie was just a lot of fun, and I think I don't have any more positive notes. So Leo, take the reins here, buddy.
All right. Okay. So the movie starts with narration. This time not by James Earl Jones, I believe, but it's
Carl Urban.
Okay. So it's like oh right, yeah, that was the voice of Carl Urban, right? So it was just Carl Urban talking about like in case you didn't watch the first movie, because they're not a sequel. Yeah. It's just.
Yeah, you could, like, go into this movie not knowing anything about Judge Dredd or anything, and you'll love it.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, so he was just explaining the world real quick, like, and he does it quickly and effectively, and then he's, like, a force that roams, the streets, and, like, and then it cuts to, basically, like, dramatic shots of Judge Dredd suiting up, like, putting on his gloves and the helmet, and it was, like, juries, executioners. And then it was just like you see the or you don't see the helmet come on, but like you don't see his face until the helmet is on, because he never takes it off. And then it's like judges, and then it was like just dramatic music, Judge Dredd, and I just write down, well, oh no, it didn't say Judge Dredd, sorry, it was just Dredd, and I was like, well, the intro's pretty awesome. So that was a good thing. Then there's a chase scene where he's chasing some guys who are driving recklessly and doing drugs on the road, and I said, thank God. Oh, and he knocks over their car, and their car goes flying, and most of them die, and the one guy that doesn't die runs off. But I think I said, oh yeah, that was at that scene. I said, thank God the car didn't explode.
Thank God.
Thank God the car didn't explode. Why do cars explode so much?
And then it explodes.
I should preface this by saying that it didn't explode.
It didn't? Shit.
That's what I was really happy about. So I should preface this by saying that I'm surprised at how much I like this movie, considering the circumstances. Which
this was so, like, because we were trying to record this the day, like, he was trying to be like, okay, I'll watch this quick, and then, can
I tell you what?
Go.
Okay, so we were gonna record the day right after I watched this movie.
The day after.
Because I needed to leave for this, like, thing at my camp that I do. It's a class.
Long story,
that's
whatever.
irrelevant. So I needed to leave, and so we were going to record, like, as early as we could. So I woke up around 2 p.m. because I
woke you up.
I'm going through some weird stuff, like, in my sleep schedule. I don't know.
It's okay.
It's dangerous.
Everyone goes through those changes.
But so the point is, I wake up at 2 p.m. to a text from Dan that says, hey, have you watched it yet? I reply, dude, I just woke up.
And
then he's like, okay, let me know when you've watched it.
And literally throughout the entire day, I'm just dude.
Wait, okay.
Sorry.
This is a movie that is 94 minutes long. I started watching at 2:30. I needed to leave and I started watching really early in advance, so that, because I need to leave by 7:45 in order to get to my thing on time.
And we wanted to record, obviously, so.
Yeah, so we wanted to record as soon as humanly possible. I left for my thing at 7:45. I had not finished the movie. The movie is 94 minutes long, and my internet made me watch it for 6 hours. I can now officially say that I have my heart and soul and have poured my sweat and blood into this show, because for you guys, I watched a 90-minute movie for 6 hours. So thank me and praise me, because I'm sorry,
No.
friends.
Dude, it's funny.
I liked this movie. That's the thing. After I wrote down my notes, I didn't go over them because I was like, screw it, I'm out.
I'm done. Finally.
So I thought my notes would I would be grumpy the entire time and I would have all this crap to say because I was just really grumpy. I have very few negative notes. I have a lot of positive stuff. So let's see.
That's
Why the reason why I had to say that is because I say some things where I'm just spacing out. For example, thank God the car didn't explode. Why do cars explode so much? And then let's see. Oh, the sequences. So there's a drug in this movie that they use that was called slow-mo, which I thought was a little silly, but whatever. And it's basically a drug, a reality-altering drug that makes you feel like time is slowing. They said at 1% of its normal speed.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some sequences of people who are on slow-mo.
Oh yeah, those are done really well.
Those are so beautiful. It's there's people, for example, they took it to a really great level of can you imagine what it would be like if everything was just going super slowly. So for example, I think the first scene is just this guy in a car, which isn't really, it doesn't express it very much. It just looks like a slow motion scene. But then the next time we see it, it's Mama, and she's in her apartment, and she's in a bathtub,
and she's just
she's just splashing the water, and it's just falling down slowly, and she's watching the light beam through the water.
Yeah.
And it's sparkling in the air. It's going so slowly, and it's so beautiful. And then later,
you know what I just realized? How that's so fucking clever, because to someone who's using the drug, it's oh my god, it's so cool in slow motion. But then to anyone watching from the outside, it's just someone splashing in water and looking amazed at it. So again with the clever writing.
That's great.
Because it's a drug, and it's dude, that's smart.
Oh my god, yeah, it was really those sequences were amazingly done. And then later, spoiler alert.
You know what? At the beginning at every time.
I feel here's my problem. A lot of the time at the end of these episodes, we say go watch this movie, but then we say all the spoilers at the beginning of the movie. And I don't know about other people, but I cannot watch a movie once the ending is spoiled for me, or
really?
It cheapens the experience greatly for me.
That. So
I hate spoilers.
So that's the point. The point what you're supposed to do is that you're supposed to watch it beforehand and
Right. So, okay. You know what? This is where it starts. I'm gonna insist on a rule.
Yeah.
If you care at all about these movies and you want to watch them and fully enjoy them, watch them beforehand.
Yeah,
I know at the
seriously.
end of them, and if you don't mind spoilers, then all right.
By all means, yeah. But for this one, I'm gonna say it right now. I recommend it. If you don't mind a bunch of gore, it's a bloody, gory action movie, but it's so fucking good. So I recommend it.
Oh yeah,
full force.
One of my notes is a lot of it is fucked up beyond belief, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it is there are moments where people are being they're quick shots, but people are being skinned. But there's a lot of blood and gore and just
so
it's intense. So if blood makes you queasy, don't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the movie for you. Go watch Dredd, the censored version, or
no, don't go watch the censored version. Just go watch the action scenes from that, But yeah.
Oh, watch Judge Dredd, the action scenes. Yeah.
But yeah. So this is the spoilery part, I guess.
Mama gets at the end. Mama is she's the main villain, and they finally break into her chamber, and she has this bracelet on, and she's I'm not gonna spoil that part because people are gonna go watch it, but the point is, Judge Dredd throws her over a balcony, and they're up on the 74th floor, but right before he does, he sentences her to death, and then puts the slow-mo inhaler in her mouth and makes her breathe it in.
Oh, yeah.
And then he throws her down. And then it's just a 5-minute sequence of Mama just falling through the air.
Okay. Can I just say, that fucking scene, the fucking part where she lands on the ground, fucked me up. That was so just you can't see my face now. But just imagine my face with a jaw hanging out to my fucking crotch or whatever.
You mean the bit where it's as if the camera is the ground and
the
blood starts? Yeah.
That part just. Ugh. I'm not gonna get into it even more but yeah.
It's amazing. This movie is not only is it good, and Judge Dredd is Judge Dredd, and the writing is clever, and the plot is simple and effective, it's also still really beautiful.
Yeah, like, it's shot well, and I can't remember, but I don't think there's any of that shaky cam bullshit.
Oh, there isn't. Yeah, for the most part, I can't think of any. It's good cinematography, like really well done.
Beautiful like especially with the slow-mo parts and the I don't know, just everything.
The slow-mo parts and the bits where Anderson is using her psychic abilities.
Yeah,
both of those like parts of the movie are really well done.
Yeah, it has a really creative eye to it. Like on the glimpse, it looks totally just like your average, post-apocalyptic war movie, but it's really well done. It's a really well done, post-apocalyptic war movie.
I wonder if these episodes are fun for the audience. The episodes where we're like talking about how great a movie is.
Yeah, we're not making jokes. We're just like dissecting the shit out of it.
Which is, you know what? If you don't like movies where we like it, then that's just fine. Skip ahead to the next episode where I read terrible fan fiction to Dan. But we'll get into that later.
I don't know. This podcast is just kind of us hanging out and talking about shit. So I get that if you're here to be entertained, you might not be super entertained, but it's also we want to be part of this.
One of my favorite things about podcasts like ours is that you really, even though you don't speak, even though the listener doesn't speak to us, you feel like part of the conversation. And I say that as a complete outsider, as a person who listens to a lot of podcasts that are similar to this in style.
Yeah.
You feel like you're part of a conversation, and you feel like, I don't know, I feel like we're cool people. Dan, do you think we're cool people?
No. We're talking about fucking Dredd 3D.
That's fair.
And praising it for its beautiful cinematography.
That's fair, never mind.
No, but you know what, if you do want to, we have this email account where you can talk to us and tell us what you thought, and what you liked, and what you didn't like. And maybe we'll start a segment where we share people's thoughts. And
that would be great. Because we tell you weeks ahead, or we don't tell you weeks ahead, but we tell you week-ish ahead. You know what we can do? We can post updates on Facebook about what movies we're going to review. So, by the way, like us on Facebook, Shazamcast/Facebook.
Just Google it on
Facebook.com/Shazamcast. You'll find us, like us, so that you can get updates on what we do.
So, and just if you want to be part of this conversation, email us.
Shazamcast@gmail.com. Check it out.
We want to hear people. We'd love to hear people's opinions, and so I think
we want to know. We want to know what you think. I'm pointing at you, listener. Yeah, that's right. You with the
Albert.
You have brown eyes, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm just saying things that a lot of people have.
Yeah.
You have brown eyes and
Tiffany.
Beautiful hair, Tiffany.
Yeah, Tiffany.
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 Love your hair, Tiffany.
You have a really nice ass, Tiffany.
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 Okay.
Oh my God, we're insane.
Sorry, Tiffany. I feel sorry for our one adult male who's named Tiffany and just
oh
my God, a nice butt.
This podcast is us sitting in an alley shouting at a mannequin.
I thought it was an attic.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was an attic. In the first episode, I said this podcast happens in an attic. I forgot. All right. Oh, I have more notes.
So sorry about that big tangent, but we're
whatever.
passionate people, so
who cares about tangents? We are the Tangent Kings.
We are the law. Sorry, I've
so
gone 20 minutes without doing that.
Just a note that says, I like this movie quite a bit, which if you've been listening to any part of this episode, no shit. But, here's another episode, or not another...
Another note.
Here's another episode, here's another note. Halfway through the movie, the drug lords order judges, they bribe a group of judges to come in and kill Dredd and Anderson, which I thought was
reason to kill
so...
judges.
Clever.
Yeah.
It was so
they bribed a bunch of them.
In the first movie, it was
they're just following
the
orders.
judges are the law, and they were just following orders. The judges were just pointless grunts. Here they were there was this whole dialogue right before Dredd, kills this judge or whatever. He's they're shouting to each other, and he's like, "What's the price of a judge these days?" And the guy's like, "$1 million, split 4 ways." And he's like, doesn't sound much to betray the law. And the guy's like, oh, Dredd, I've seen it out there. I've seen what Mega City 1 is. And he's like, talking. It's so beautiful to think about, like, this post-apocalyptic world where the highest power, the justice system, is already corrupted to its core because they just. Oh my god, it's beautiful.
This movie again. This is a smart movie.
The commentary, the thought behind it, the writing and the cinematography. It's beautiful to listen to and beautiful to watch. Yeah. You know, we should save stuff like this for final thoughts. But
yeah, just I think we're basically on final thoughts because, like, do you have any negative notes?
Not that wait, crap. Oh yeah, sorry. I thought I wasn't recording for a bit. I was. Wait 1 sec. I have one semi-negative, and it's not even necessary. Oh wait, no, I have two. One is semi-negative and not necessarily negative, and the other one was just because I felt like I had to have a negative note, which is the ending is I say the ending is a tad obvious, where basically it was like the entire movie, Anderson was, it was like this pressure of Anderson. Is Anderson going to pass her exam? Because that's what it was. Like, Dredd was taking her for her final assessment, and like near the end of the movie, she's like, there's an innocent guy who's been like victimized the entire time by Mama. And he was like, she was like making him do stuff. Which, by the way, the tech guy, who, by the way, he had like the cool iris that was like.
Well, okay, was he like? Did he get his like eyes fucking like poked out?
Oh, like, right, there were all those flashbacks that were like the gang like ripping out his eyes or something. It was, oh my god, it was intense. But so she like freed him, even though he like helped the gang, and Dredd was like, that's like a punishable offense. That'll count on your exam score. And she's like, I don't care. Until my assessment is over, I can dispense justice as I just did by releasing him. And then, like, of course, right as the walls, like, as they get out at the end of the movie, there's like,
I know I failed. I know.
He's like, your assessment is over, and she gives him her badge. And
I know, Dad. I messed up. Okay.
And I was there, and I was just like, and the chief judge comes up to him, and he's like, and I'm like, I know what they're gonna do. Of course they're gonna do it. And then for a second, I was like, wait a minute. Oh no, actually, when she handed in her badge to him, I was like, wait a minute. Is he gonna let her walk away? And then I was like, that would be a really interesting thing for this movie to do, to set up this thing. And it was like, that's fine. You know what? She doesn't like to be part of this system. She wants to do this the way that she feels is right, and she doesn't have to, and she just walks away. So, and then of course the judge comes up to him, and she's like, what's up? Is she a fail or a pass? And she's like, a pass. And, he passes her exam because she was a good rookie. So all I said was the ending is a tad obvious, but that was just because... I don't know.
I really there's this moment where she's been like stabbed like 5 times or whatever, and you see her passing like a ambulance or whatever, and the guy's like, there's no audio or anything. You just see a doctor go up to her, and she just like nods and keeps going. So it's like, I don't know. I think the whole idea was that it was a test of her skills and of her like. Her willingness and how far she would go, like.
That's right.
And I say that's a really interesting theme. Like, even if you're like fail at something on the surface, can you still be good at it? And it's
that's true.
And if you see it with this character, like Dredd, who is the most by the book person on Earth, basically, it's like.
And Dredd saw it in her.
Yeah,
Actually, never mind. It's beautiful. I take back everything I said about the ending. I love this movie. Oh my god,
so good.
Oh, I got another thing. This is a semi. It's not a negative note. It's just it's a neutral note.
Okay.
And I said and this was near the beginning. I said I don't like this Mega City 1 as much, but I guess it makes. I said. I guess it makes a little more sense. It's a less neon future, more current. You can really see how America could become this, and that's a little terrifying.
It seems more like it could really happen, and it seems like it fits more with the themes of the movie and the tone.
Yeah. So looking back on it, I take back that too.
So let me think if I have any more notes.
Oh, the soundtrack is badass. I love the music in this.
I don't know. Usually, if I don't notice the soundtrack, it's either that it was just mediocre, or it fit really well, and it just kind of blended in with everything to make
it did. It
yeah.
fit super
So
well.
yeah, I'll totally go with that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have like negative notes. Maybe is that this is definitely like personally, I don't think this is a movie for everyone. It's really, really violent, lots of action,
lots of gore,
lots of gore. Like a guy gets his fucking arm blown off.
It is disturbing.
I
can guarantee you that.
Mm.
It is a disturbing movie.
Well,
but
yeah, but it's
if
also
you're willing to
if you know that it's gonna if you going in it's gonna be gory and like lots of violent stuff, it is an incredibly smart, incredibly creative, incredibly well acted movie that is just a real intense, fun experience.
It deserves your time.
Yeah, this movie demands your time, and I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10.
You know what?
I don't think it's for everyone, but if you're in that kind of mood, it's beyond it is the definition of a fucking amazingly smart action movie. So
you know what? Yeah, this is what I want. Funnily enough, I'm not a big action movie person, but
yeah, you started a movie where the primary themes are gonna be fucking action movies.
Yes. Okay.
Great decision there.
To be fair, and yet, this is what I want to see in an action movie. This is a prime example of an action movie done well, done properly, done smartly, and done in a way that makes me, a person who is literally watching it in order to then give notes, not be able to look away from the movie for long enough to write down more than about 12.
Alright.
Which is saying a lot, because in a lot of these movies that we talked about, I have taken a lot of notes. I took so many notes during the X-Men films, and honestly a lot of notes during Dredd, I think more than I've ever taken. But, or during Judge Dredd, the last one. And here, I couldn't look away from the screen long enough to do that. And I think that's something that's really beautiful, and I think it's something that's really special about this movie. It immersed me, even though I had to pause for half an hour on end, about every 10 minutes to let it buffer. I still was so sucked in. How do you, how? It's beautiful.
Hold on.
It's a good movie.
The director needs fucking credit for this, because he deserves it.
You know what? Yes. Go.
The director's name...
This man, this genius...
Pete Travis.
Dude,
do not stop. You are awesome.
Kudos
and I don't care if
to
this
you.
movie kind of became a cult hit and kind of did not necessarily mesh with audiences. You are a good filmmaker, and don't, let anyone be like that. And so, but yeah.
This is what we want to see in a filmmaker, Pete Travis. You are what we want to see in a filmmaker.
You are the filmmaker people deserve.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see
Dark
what
Knight.
you did there.
Dark Knight, yeah.
I'm just checking out the other stuff he's done. He worked on the TV series Falcon or Falcone.
Never heard of it. Probably. What did he do?
Let's see. Homage, Vantage Point, Endgame came out in 2009.
When was he
not
born?
not a lot of very prominent stuff.
But all right,
But
so do you
you deserve credit.
Yeah.
You deserve fame. You are a good man, Pete.
So what is your rating?
You know what? I'm gonna go for an 8.5 as well, because it's definitely not for everyone, but for those, if this movie is for you, it's really for you. If you're okay with the blood and the gore and the, if you have my internet, then watching it for 6 hours, then go for it, because this movie will will be worth your time. It is worth the wait. Or not the wait, the while.
Yeah,
it is worth the while.
I hate the phrase the say, if you turn your brain off for this movie, then you can enjoy it. This movie, you do not need to turn your brain off. You need to turn your brain on for this movie.
Oh yes. This is
sorry, that was so cheesy. You gotta turn your brain on.
You gotta turn your brain on for this.
I feel like I'm in a 90s fucking cartoon special. Anyways.
Oh, yeah, you sound like a PSA, like a cartoon PSA hedgehog. You're like, listen, you need to turn your brain on. I say hedgehog only because of Sonic Says, if anyone knows what I'm talking about.
Hey, kids, it's
great.
Sonic. Remember, don't go into your dad's gun drawer. There's some dangerous crap in there. Right, Tails? Yeah, Sonic! I went into my dad's gun drawer once. Now I have 2 fucking tails! Okay, I'm done with that.
That's beautiful. All right.
Thank you for, like, bearing with us on our just, like, universal praise of this movie. And
yeah, and you know what? Come back next week for a god-awful fanfic episode in celebration of our ending of Dredd Week. We're gonna have a week every week this time.
It's not next week, it's, like, next...
Oh, yeah, sorry,
day.
in a couple days, we're gonna come out with another podcast, another god-awful fanfic episode, which, you know what? I'm actually curious. At the time that we're recording this, we haven't got any feedback that says that this is the favorite part of the show. By the way, you know what? I thought about this, and this is something I want to say on the show right now. A lot of people say, or a lot of people probably think when we say things like write into us at shazamcast@gmail.com. This is what you probably think. Oh, I don't need to do it because someone else will do it. There are lots of people listening to the show. Thank you, by the way, audience member.
20 likes
Leo is so handsome and has such a sexy voice. Thank you, audience member. But the point is...
Dan is probably going to make more money in the future and will probably be more successful and is definitely better than others.
Piss off, audience member. But... All right.
Okay,
Point is...
I'm sorry.
You are one of us. You are one of our people.
One of us. One of us. Okay.
Really, we want to hear from you. If you're listening to this right now, put down what you're doing, finish the episode, and write in to shazamcast@gmail.com because we want to hear your words. We want to hear your love. We want to hear your face.
I don't want to hear your face.
That's just Dan.
Especially,
I love hearing your face.
Especially you, Tiffany.
Tiffany. I wonder if we're gonna.
I'm so waiting for the day someone's like, "Oh my God, my name is Tiffany."
Oh my God! By the way, next week I'm gonna talk about my amazing idea for a T-shirt that I'd love for someone to make for the Shazamcast if we ever have fans that have artistic, skill. Okay. Anyway, we're getting way off topic. Thank you for listening.
Join us.
Dredd.
Join us next time as we do some god awful fanfic. And just to kind of brief the next episode, next week is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm so stoked for that. So like, oh my God!
Wait, is it?
Next week is Guardians. Yeah.
I thought we were doing TMNT next week.
No, that's we're recording it next week, but we're gonna be putting out Guardians of the Galaxy next week just because it's not out when we're recording this.
Oh, we're putting out Guardians of the Galaxy first.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
And then we're gonna have like a little retrospective of all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies to prepare for the first one, to prepare for the new one.
Oh, the new one, right? Yeah, which we'll talk about later. Shut up! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles does count as superheroes.
Dude, it's a comic book. It counts.
Oh, right, yeah, of course it counts. All right, thank you for listening to Dredd. Seriously, if you don't mind blood and gore, watch this movie. It's a good one.
Yeah. All right.
Have fun.
All right. Have a good night, Tiffany!
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Shazamcast. If you enjoyed this episode, it's probably a good idea for you to check out the other episodes, which you can find on our iTunes page at The Shazamcast. Subscribe to have them downloaded automatically to your computer as soon as they come out. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/ShazamCast, and WordPress, shazamcast.wordpress.com. If you'd like to get in touch with us, email into shazamcast@gmail.com. And if you'd like to help us get the word out there about this show of ours, then leave us a review on iTunes. It only takes a minute, and it really, really helps us out. Thank you. It means a lot to us. Oh yes, a lot. More than you could ever imagine. Shazamcast.